Hey guys, I'm Phoenix here, and welcome to a little chat about Alex Mayer and copyright. You see, Alex Mayer doesn't quite understand fair use, and she doesn't understand who owns copyrights for things, and actually when DMCAs can be used, from what I can gather anyway. I mean, that's kind of obvious on the basis that she's issued over 70 DMCAs so far, and doesn't appear to be stopping at all. On people that have done nothing wrong. You know, they are playing a game, they are allowed to do so under fair use, and she is hitting them with DMCA strikes. And she is planning another one against Sid Alpha, according to her Twitter. She is fairly open-minded when it comes to Twitter, and by open-minded I mean she just basically speaks her own mind on Twitter. And she doesn't really concern herself with what people might think about her doing these things. So she is planning a strike against Sid Alpha for the use of her birth certificate and photo in a video. Now, even if we take away fair use, so fair use allows Sid Alpha to use that photo and use that birth certificate within a video, as long as it's not the sole content within that video. So there's commentary over the top, there's other elements to the video, it's fair use. It boils down to the fact that this DMCA is completely erroneous because it is being done under fair use. However, there is this rather interesting thing where she believes that the birth certificate is her own copyright and her own artwork, ultimately, when it's not. Not only has the birth certificate been redacted to ensure that there's no real identifying marks that are not already in the public sphere, the birth certificate itself is actually owned by the government or by the Crown. The person who's listed on that birth certificate is essentially a licensee of the copyright. They do not own the copyright to their own birth certificate, otherwise that would be just ridiculous. An artist of some description somewhere down the line has designed the birth certificate to be set out in a certain way and to look a certain way. And so either they own that copyright or the copyright is transferred to the person that they worked for, much in the way that Alex Mayer worked for Imagos Softworks, and her music falls under their copyright. They own that copyright and they can license that music out to other people. But she does not own that music, even though she made it, and as a result she is not allowed to license that out to other people because she doesn't actually own the license. She doesn't own the right to license it out. And so this is a very, very interesting example of somebody who doesn't understand what they are doing. And somebody who really, 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 really needs to get a lawyer before she goes into the court case. And, you know, I wish her the best with this. Ish. It's not going to happen. It's going to backfire massively. And we'll kind of see what happens. I expect Sid Alpha is not going to be particularly pleased if this is real, and if this actually affects his videos. So Sid Alpha, sorry mate for what's to come. You've now become a little bit more of a real target. You know, it's not just death threats anymore. It's now DMCA strikes, and I'm sorry you have to go through that. It's ridiculous. This DMCA system is completely and utterly broken. But what can we do? We can wait for YouTube to fix their system, and we can also wait for YouTube to actually take some action against Alex Mayer to ensure that she's not making these DMCA strikes completely frivolously. I mean, this may be why she's actually listed it as a pending strike. Maybe they have taken action. Maybe these DMCAs that she's issuing are now going through a human being to ensure that these strikes are actually correct. We don't know. But, you know, good luck to Sid Alpha, and I hope this DMCA strike doesn't actually hit him at all, or if it does, that he can get rid of it as quickly as possible. But anyway, that's been me talking about Alex Mayer and copyright. Final thoughts on this? She needs to get a lawyer and needs to get through this court case without making things even worse for herself. She needs to stop making these stupid DMCA strikes. and I hope Sid Alpha doesn't actually get affected by this strike at all. So with that, I'll say thank you very much for watching. I will see you next time.